Welcome to another unhinged episode with
Ntokozo and Tula.
So this is Storytime.
Storytime.
Yeah. So I mean, following from the episode that we did last week about how
an exceptional episode.
Beautiful
I might. Why am I speaking like that?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's retarded.
Okay.
About how Tula got infected with HIV. We got reminded of the stories that we have, and there's quite a lot of them, and we're gonna do one now. But what COVID has taken away from us is the ability to do things together. And back in the day, there was a thing that we used to do called
Good story sessions.
I missed them.
And part of the good story sessions was really just people getting together and engaging on whatever it is that they think is of value at the time, or whatever is going on in the HIV/AIDS space, or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah,
So we're gonna look at a story that we did a while ago. So this is a bit of a throwback,
it's you actually throwing it back even further to a time where you potentially could have been exposed to HIV.
Yes.
Watch it, enjoy it.
And I think it is less about, I guess, the story, but more about the habits and the things that we do as people.
Yeah.
So watch this, enjoy. We're going to do a couple more of these.
Story times.
Yeah.
I like story time.
Yeah.
Because I talk a lot.
And throwbacks.
And
this is a throwback. We missed a thing.
But
cool.
It's not, okay, whatever it is.
All right, guys, enjoy.
But most importantly, learn, because when you have the right habits, you can actually protect yourself from a lot of things.
Yeah.
Sharp.
Enjoy. Be unhinged. Where's it going? One more thing.
One more thing.
Yes.
Let me say one more thing one more time.
Say it.
One more thing.
One more time. This the video you're about to watch is from a good story session that we did a while ago. It's about a 2-hour video. This is just a snippet of it. Someone reminded us of just how much jewels,
how impactful those sessions were.
Yes.
Say it with me. How impactful those sessions were.
Impact.
Okay. So, but we'll link the video below.
Yeah. So if you want to watch the whole thing, it's going to be in the video below.
Okay.
In the meantime, enjoy. I hate how your hair is better than mine. In fact, wait. The only thing that sets your hair and mine apart is the fact that the only thing that sets our hair apart is the fact that it's not funny. Wait, no, don't do that. Don't do that. The only thing that sets your hair and mine apart is the fact that you and I are identical twins. The only difference is your ARVs. Something in ARVs makes hair grow, ladies. I'm just letting you know now. Thank me for this. You wanna grow some hair? Take some ARVs. Use condoms. And don't go chasing waterfalls.
You've just embarrassed yourself.
Please stick to the rivers
and the lakes that you used to. I know. You're gonna have it your way or nothing at all. But I think you're moving too fast.
What's a habit? Can we discuss that? Can someone define a habit to me?
It's something that can be substituted. It doesn't go away, but it can be substituted. It's a behavior trait.
It's a behavior trait, okay?
Yeah, that doesn't go away, but it needs to be substituted.
Are there good habits and bad habits?
Yes.
Okay, so necessarily it doesn't have to be something that has to go away, right?
Yeah.
So, and sometimes our habits could be defined by our character, our experiences, and every right. So for this conversation, I want to now understand what kind of habits do we need to adopt as a band. We've established that we got to adopt a habit of getting our friends to test. Great. right? We've established here that there's a possibility almost everybody here in the room has probably had a sexual encounter with someone living with HIV and that person didn't tell them. Okay? I'm saying this, Mina, because about a month ago, right? And I think Tule and I maybe are just great with Abazali. Ne? So there's this girl I dated.
No, we are amazing with Abazali.
So this girl I dated in 2000 and something in
Like, I
university.
just want to get it on camera. We are amazing with Abazali.
You are not on camera, by the way.
Yeah, I'm waiting for these things to turn around.
Tula, do the thing. Camera on Tula, please.
It has to send us a space, not sensing.
Camera on Tula. Not me. Not camera on Tula. Jesus, the production here sucks.
We are amazing with Abazali.
And then now, why did?
Cover the pros. That's like.
Hey, happy candle.
So I met the mom, and so a couple of weeks ago, me and the mom were talking, right?
The mom and I.
The mom and I were talking. And I found out, don't hold, my girlfriend was actually positive. Well, years later. But I think when I moved to Joburg and she moved to Joburg, we still kind of did the thing. But at the time, right, she was HIV positive.
And she never told you.
And she never told me.
Yeah, but you were using a condom.
Exactly. So the point I'm trying to drive here is, see, using a condom for me is not it's not an event. It's a habit. It's a thing that I do. In fact, I remember there was a time when I was at her house. I think we ran out, you know? Or maybe I went to her house. No, I think I went to her house and I didn't think I was going to get lucky or whatever. And she probably had one, whatever it is. And it's I mean, this is about 2008, 9. Yeah, I mean, 2008, 9, how old was like 23. You can no, but at 23, at 23, you look over your 6 rand, that's gear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That I was the guy. So we ran out one time, and I remember thinking to myself, I mean, it's 2 a.m. Yeah, well, so I got in the car. I went So I went and I bought an aboya, right? And I remember, as I was speaking to the mom, I remember that night, like, it just popped in my head. I was just like, oh, snap. That night, had I died, I mean, I've known her since 2003. I've known her my whole life. She doesn't look sick. I'm not a tango, right, but so because for me, but because for me, using a condom is a habit. It's not an event. It's a thing that I do all the time and do it for me. So that night I left. So I'm speaking to the mom, and the mom is like, this is the situation. So I told the mom, I said, that's crazy because your daughter and I, around about that time, were busy. And the mom is just like, I feel like a lot of people that night would never have driven out. Most people would have stayed in the room and said, oh, we're done now. So I guess the point I'm really trying to make here is, and my first question to say, have you ever had sex with someone who's HIV positive? And the most... So the point I'm making is, almost all of us here, at some point, whether we know it or not, have probably had sex with someone who's HIV positive. And after the conversation was had here to say, Uguti, potentially you could date someone who won't tell you about their status and date you and tell you after visit number 3.
Yeah.
What does that say about the habits that we have to get into all the time? And it's crazy because when Tula and I were thinking about having this conversation today, it just fell into place because suppressors could be a thing that come up at that time. The idea of someone saying, if you don't use protection with me, we are tanda. But we don't know. So we need to get into the right habits. I was actually saying to Umfundisi at the new church that I go to now, he wants to start going to gym, but he doesn't know how to. And I said to him, I'd rather, even if you don't feel like it, go to gym for 10 minutes. Even if you don't feel like working out, go to gym and read a book. Go to Kauai, buy a coffee and sit down. Yes. What you're doing is you are getting into the habit of going to gym. You are getting into the habit of being at gym. Even if you go there for 10 minutes. So he comes the next week, he says, as Kabazala, I did it. I literally didn't feel like going to gym, and I said, I'll do 10 minutes. One day, for day 1, I did 10 minutes and I walked out. Day 2, I was like, yesterday it felt like a waste. 10 minutes here, so he did 20. He did 30. And now he's in the habit of going gym.
And what, you know what they say, well, we're talking about 80% of it is walking through those doors. Because once one in, you're like, okay,
I'm here.
you know what? I'm here. That's promising.
Yes.
You know? And Lokatala that you had before you walked through the doors somehow disappears.
Yeah.
So it's a mind thing, and I'm talking about this and bringing it back to this. We need to have a psyche of even before I walk through those sexual doors, right? There must be a trigger of sorts. Yeah? I sometimes before Giletole ngifike emsebenzini I know ukuthi okay uma ngena la I must do things a certain way.
But see, it's not even a trigger anymore. If it's a habit, yeah. It just happens. So we almost get to a point where, I don't think about going to gym. I get home at 5:30, and the first thing I do without even thinking, I change, and I get into my gym. Or I'll still say ngikhathele, but in mind I know that there's a thing that I'm supposed to be doing and doing it now. So if it's a habit, and it's in your character and it's in you, you don't even think about it. You wake up at 5 and someone's just like, hey, Kabazil, I will pause. And you're just like, we don't have protection in the garage. Or, hey, sorry, I'm it's like taking your pills. You don't even think about it in your ARV because it's the right habit. So it's,
How did you get into it here?
load shedding.
I feel like you guys, I don't realize how horrible that this is.
It's not.
It doesn't. Yena ngena la iphumela. Awucabanga. Engena la iphumela. Ayikho.
Hip-hop
So anyway, I don't know what other habits we need to get into. We can discuss that around the room, like the right habits that we just need to get into. And if you guys even agree with me, because if you guys don't want to get into the habits of using condoms, I mean, that's really your thing. Because, Where's it going? Where are you going? Come back.
Oh,
Say bye.
okay. Bye.